I was born and raised in this neighborhood. I became a teen parent in this neighborhood. I got on juvenile probation in this neighborhood. And I got my first job in community organizing in this community, and that changed my life. So being able to stand in front of you and to share a personal story, but the personal is always political, right? It's always political, and it's y'all, it's the folks in this room and the folks that we work with who literally saved my husband. And I want to share in that story. So imagine this. Everything's cool, you're with the love of your life. Finally, you stop dating the horrible people that did you wrong and played you really bad in front of other people. You get with someone you really love and you finally say, you know what? Together, we can create change. Together, our love of young people, of economic justice, of interracial solidarity, of revolutionary Marxist philosophy. Let's do this. Let's have babies. We did. Her name is Lelah. She's awesome. She's 2.5. And then one day, my husband, who I met doing the work, complained of a sore throat. We went to the emergency room. I was on a conference call outside figuring out how to create justice in our communities when they told me to come back in. And that his heart rate was beating so fast and his abscess that we thought was just a sore throat could eventually lead him into a coma. Everything changed. Within 24 hours, we learned that he had something called necrotitis fasciitis. We all know that that's a flesh-eating disease. And within a few hours of learning that, we learned that he had a leukemia that Kaiser Permanente had never treated. T-cell Prolymphocytic Leukemia. Only 10 people get it in the United States, and the prognosis is 7 months. As the infection continued to grow and grow and grow, we were told that only 50% of the people who have that kind of infection make it, but those 50% have to be healthy. I was told by a young Latina resident, you should call your friends and family. Sooner than later, the ICU director came in and said, we're going to go into surgery, and you're not going to know the man that you once knew. Within hours, the love of my life, the man that I was supposed to build political solidarity with and make babies and create a beautiful black Marxist heaven with, was on life support. His face was swollen. He wasn't breathing on his own. I put out one message on Facebook, and Kaiser Permanente became what seemed like an organizing meeting. Every person that I had been friends with, or I hated, some that I had slept with, they were all there, including his exes, my exes, people that we had worked with since we were teenagers. We're from this community. Kevin was baptized on Gary Street. The beautiful power of community as medicine. We were told that if he made it past the infection, the chemotherapy regimen would be 9 months, every single day, 7 days a week. But he wouldn't make it to chemotherapy because the infection would essentially eat his throat. We began to call community in, and a beautiful organizer named Ioka Turner said, you know what? The doctors say he's going to die, but the community says, no, you all have work to do. She began to get on the phone and raise money. We're community workers. There's no way to fight the cancer on our budgets. Lots of black folks don't have savings. We're one of those couples. Sooner than later, the hospital became a breeding ground for prayers, for phone calls. There are folks like Tina Lee. Many of you all know her. Like Steve No. They be bringing sandwiches for the ICU workers. There are folks who came with candles. There are folks that came with prayer flags. The multiracial solidarity that we had been a part of for so many years became our medicine. Slowly but surely, as the days prolonged and I was sitting bedside, not alone, but with scores of friends and foes who became friends and family, it became clear that community can be medicine, even stronger than Big Farm, even stronger than the most profound science. And the one day we were sitting together in the morning, opening Bibles, something that I had not been prone to do. The surgeons came in and said, we think the infection has stopped. We've never seen anything like it. We're going to move him down to the oncology ward, and we're going to take out the tubes. They took out the tubes, and he began breathing on his own, and then 9 months passed. Every single day, we were in the infusion room together with our friends on Facebook. You all created community and medicine and elixirs through your love messages and through your $20 and 5 cents and prayers and phone calls. That prognosis of 7 months, we are a year and a half past. 2 weeks ago, we just came from Seattle, and my beautiful husband, although you all and this community registered 5,000 people to the bone marrow registry, we didn't find a match. As many African American, Asian American, Latino American, mixed race Americans, they die because we are not uplifting this understanding that we do get sick. Over 80,000 men just this year, like you, like me, people of color will get blood cancers and will need transplants and will not find matches. Kevin didn't find a match, but we were able to go to Seattle, and he was able to get a very unique transplant from some pregnant woman who decided, you know, I'm going to have my baby and I'm going to donate my placenta. Kevin is now cancer-free. And in that moment, when we got those results, we realized that every single scientist, and we've seen thousands of doctors because the cancer was so rare, because the infection was so rare, he was supposed to die day 3. He was supposed to die week 2. He was supposed to die month 4 and then month 7. August 27th, 2012, now we're here. We're back home. And it's time to build. More importantly, the lesson that we bring, because there are no new ideas, only new messengers, is that community saves lives. All of our ancestors know this very well, from the internment to the fields in Mississippi. It is community that brings forth freedom and impossibility. I am so honored to express what our ancestors already know. The answer that lives in our blood. If we come together despite unrealistic possibilities, we can win. From immigration reform to criminal justice reform, the victory is ours. While some don't win, we carry their stories and we carry their power, and that becomes the victory. That becomes the reality. So for our brothers and sisters that were deported, for our brothers and sisters who are in hospitals dying, for our brothers and sisters who are behind bars, community can become the elixir. From public safety remedies that don't work, community can be the medicine. We can stand together, and although the impossibilities are there, I saw different. From life support machines to barbecue dinners. That's my reality. Because of you all. Because of the idea that we as young people of color, as activists, as organizers, as folks who want to change the world, we have work to do. And disease and bad policy and empty pockets, we're stronger than that. Thank you.